Hi everyone, Lone Diceman here again. For those of you who watched the unboxing video that I did of the Pathfinder adventure card game Mummy's Mask, it's a bit of a mouthful. At the end of that video I said that I would unbox this separately, which is the adventure deck that comes in the box. Just that we'd gone through an awful lot of cards at that point, and I think we were sort of pushing 10-12 minutes or something like that, and it just seemed like a sensible thing to do. So in the meantime, I've played all the way through the basic scenarios that you get in the deck, which I think is 5 scenarios, having a really good time with it. And I myself now have come to the point where I want to continue into this, so I'm quite keen myself to see what's in here. So at the back, on the back here, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. There we go, just a little bit of blurb, because the first scenarios, or the basic scenarios in the box, are about you travelling across the land that you're in, across the desert, to get to this holy city, the half-dead city, where there are loads of tombs that are being opened that you can explore, and that's what this adventure deck is about. So let's have a quick look to see what's inside. I don't think these generally do come sealed, actually, in terms of the box being sealed, but as you can see, the card packs themselves are sealed. I know this is where nails are needed, and I don't have any. So let's see if I have to resort to teeth. No, we're doing all right so far. Right, here we go. Right. So, what do we have? So we have some, make sure you're on camera, there we go. So we've got some barriers. Oh, that's a pretty nasty looking one. A streaking plant. A stabbing spear set staircase. Not something you'd want in your house, though. To be fair, if you saw that, you probably wouldn't walk up it, let's be honest. I'm assuming that's after the spears have stabbed out, not before. I assume it looks like a staircase normally. Not sure what these are, they're quite interesting. I imagine this is something to do with an individual scenario, potentially. So we've got the first law, second law, third law. Looks like a really cool weapon. Oh, all these look really cool, actually. Again, if having played the first game, you sort of get some appreciation of what these cards actually mean. When I was sort of flicking through the cards initially, I hadn't played the game or any other Pathfinder adventure card game either. So I didn't really know what I was looking at. So yeah, all of these things look quite cool. So this is a spell. So I'm just reading what it does. Okay. Detect undead. Oh, that's a nice bit of cool art there. It looks a bit like a vampire, which I'm not sure we have in ancient Egypt setting, but looks like we do. Knock. For those who've played D&D in the past, you'll be aware of what that does there. Here. So this is how. So within the game, we've got these barriers. It was talked about, like the spike staircase, and this spell helps you defeat those barriers for your dice throws. Okay, object. That's quite a nice card. What it says, the art in this game is really quite good. I think I mentioned in my unboxing, I don't really. Oh well, I don't really like it. Of the Rune Lords, the first box, the first base set, the Rune Lords, I didn't really like the art, that's why I didn't buy it. But to be fair, I've not seen all of the cards. Whereas in this set, the art seems to be pretty good, although it can be mixed. To be fair, most of it's good. There is some which can be a little bit sort of flat, particularly some of the allies for some reason. And this haversack, let's be fair, making a haversack exciting is probably quite difficult for the most, even the most talented artist, as our lottery earns. Mummified cat though, knocking it out of the park there. A smoke stick, okay. So that ally is pretty good. Yeah, these are actually quite good, these allies. They're different artist, I think. That's pretty, not fantastic. All that one. That's all blessings. So this blessing isn't in the main base set. I've not seen this one before. So it's adding cold. Discard this card to add 2 dice to any wisdom non-combat check. Really useful for I'm playing one of my characters called Drelm, if you're familiar, and he is a wisdom based caster in effect, and can cast cure spells and those kinds of things that will be helpful to him. That's a nice title, Spear of the Wrathful Guardian. Tablet of Languages Lost. Right, so that's the first pack, which is the item, spells, barriers, all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming in this one we're going to get monsters and henchmen and villains and locations and that kind of thing. Stalling for time here, as you can see. There we go. In there eventually. So the first thing we can see is curses, which I think might be new to this game. So Curse of the Ravenous. While displayed at the end of your turn, roll 1d4 and bury all the cards in your discard pile of this type, which is not particularly helpful. Bury means basically they're sort of out of the game, you can't get them back until you've finished. Okay, so this is traders are definitely new to this game, and this is a new trader, a Gowl market. So you can buy armor. So these, another trader as well. When you draw cards from the box, well, you can read. So yeah, that's another trader. And these would be the adventures. So complete these scenarios in any order. That's quite interesting. And then after completing it, then you go on to the last one. That's a very nice piece of art. If I can, oops, there. All these would be nice actually. That's another cool piece of evocative art in a tomb. Tomb Raiders Gone Rogue. I'm sure that's English in some way. Loads of different henchmen that are mentioned here. Actually, there's quite a lot there, and that's the final one, I guess. Dye Market. So these are some of the locations. Yeah, so I'm very impressed with the art here actually. If anything, better than the base set. And then we've got some monsters. You wouldn't want to meet that on a dark night, would you? Or even a light day, to be fair. Ooh. Sort of like a before and after shot there. It's kind of like, you know, this is Tinder profile, this is who turns up. It's kind of like that, isn't it, really? So that's rather cool as well. Sand Thief. Very piratey look, like this, like something from that the other pirate set that is a base set. I see quite a few of these. Acid Mantis. There's also a statue that comes to life. A coffer corpse. Ooh. Gowl. I'm not entirely sure how scary a scroll would be if it was attacking you, to be honest. But anyway, certainly not as scary as some of the other things we've seen, for like this plague zombie, for example, or indeed whatever that is. And these are like the sort of, yeah, kind of like zombie cat things. You can have one of these as an ally. Actually, this was like Ubashki, I guess you'd pronounce it. Oh, and then we've got some barriers which are just sort of coming off the back of the other set. So that's what's in the set. Looks really good actually. Can't wait to play it. As a bonus, I suppose. One thing I did say as well at the end of the video was I bought this set of dice as well, which are also themed around the Mummy's Mask. Now, this presumably will be for the actual role-playing game rather than the adventure card game. The reason for that is because, for instance, there's a D20 in here which you don't use. At least I haven't used one so far. But I just said it's not exactly an unboxing because you can see I've been using it. But I just said I would show you these. This back of the box for what it's worth. They're quite nice dice actually. They're, as you can see, they're sort of bone coloured, I guess. I actually get in. And there we go. And they're themed, or they've got sort of Egyptian-y, or it's more not in Egypt. I can't remember the name of the actual place that this takes place. But the highest number on the dice is always a scarab. So again, in line with the theme. So quite nice dice. They weren't especially expensive. I can't remember, something like £8 or something. £8. That's £8 to people who don't come from the UK. And they're not especially weighty, but they are quite nice. I quite like them. It just also, I would suggest if you are getting this game, then you invest in another set of dice, because very often you are throwing 2d8, 2d6, and it just saves you having to sort of throw them a few times. So I'll use my dice tray to show you how they throw around. So there you go. So really looking forward to playing this set, and we'll probably do a proper review actually at some point of the actual box set as well. I've also bought the character add-on deck, but that's now sort of mixed in, so I can't unfortunately do an unboxing of that now. But that's also well worth buying, I would suggest, because the characters that come in that, a couple of them particularly, very interesting and powerful characters to play. Anyway, managed to do 10 minutes on just the adventure deck, so that's to say it seemed like a good decision actually to do a separate unboxing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do all the usual YouTube stuff if you'd be so kind, like subscribe, comment, etc. and speak to you soon.